attachment or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
High prices are like a money vacuum, sucking your wallet dry.
No!
But don't fret. You could win our inflation vacation. $1,000 to ease your money woes. Woo-hoo! Listen for your chances to win every weekday.
Craving Penn Station East Coast subs? Skip the line and order online at penn-station.com. Get your favorite sub with fresh cut fries and fresh squeezed lemonade. Visit penn-station.com.
All right, Billy Cunningham, let's you and I continue. We never stop. We simply continue. As the mayor pointed out, I had him on 2 years ago, that it is difficult, it is hard, need leadership. You might know in North Carolina, the 82nd Airborne at Fort Bragg is like 45 minutes away. And there are literally hundreds of helicopters at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. But to do anything, you need orders. You just start flying military helicopters all over North Carolina without orders. And the commandant said, we're waiting for orders. Here we are about 10 days after North Carolina debacle. Joe Biden is on the beach. Kamala Harris is performing a sex podcast and Howard Stern interviews. The Department of Defense is absent without leadership. And more than willing, they're able to handle the problems of the 82nd Airborne. Let's get it on. We can do it. But not if there's no orders being issued. There's large sections of North Carolina and Georgia that are still inaccessible. Accessible only by helicopter. We have the greatest fighting force in the world bivouacked in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and they're not moving. Why? Well, we don't know why. I know it takes time for Kamala Harris to do these interviews with The View, but what's going to change if she's elected, or shall I say reelected, because she is the acting president right now? She claims that she called Governor DeSantis, who's doing a fabulous job with the circumstances he has, that he didn't take her call. DeSantis says enough is enough. I deal directly with the president. Joe Biden is working with Ron DeSantis to help the people of Florida. Kamala Harris doesn't matter. So as she is saying that I want to horn in on this deal and have DeSantis go through me to get anything done, Joe Biden is undermining Kamala Harris and saying, I'm dealing directly with the governor as well as he can. North Carolina needs help. There's a little bit of a headline at Politico.com I wanted to alert you to. 26 days from election, Dems begin to panic over Harris's electability. The headline goes on to say that Democrats who were once optimistic about a new way forward with Kamala Harris are now feeling extremely nervous about their decision to push Joe Biden aside and to give Kamala Harris the nomination. And this Democrat said she won exactly 0 Democratic primary votes. In 2019, in a crew of about 16 Democrats, she was last, didn't get 1 vote. She has the lowest approval rating in U.S. history for any vice president. And there's began a feeling right now that we're in trouble. And this column goes on to say that Harris's campaign was rocked on Tuesday when she told The View, now there's a hard-hitting ABC News program, she would not change any failed policy of the last 4 years. Say that again. And her handler said, what are you talking about? They said off the air, Kamala, it's a new way forward. Take the best and make it better. We made some mistakes in the first 4 years. They'll be corrected in the next 4 years. We did this wrong and that wrong and this wrong and that wrong. We were wrong to open up the southern border. We were wrong to have 25% inflation. We were wrong to talk about reparations and price controls. We were wrong to talk about sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. We were wrong about no cash bonds. We were wrong about the EV mandate. We were wrong about DEI training being mandated. We were wrong about stopping energy production. No. She says on The View, I wouldn't change anything the next 4 years. What? Her handlers are saying, what are you saying? That's not the message of this campaign. Because 70% of us, of you and I, 70% say the country's on the wrong track. So when you have a candidate that says, we're on the wrong track, but we're going to stay on the wrong track. We're not going to move. We're going to stay on the wrong track. She's not then positioning herself as an agent of change. This election will be about change. We got to change the direction we're on. So when Kamala Harris says, nope, we're on the right track, I wouldn't change anything. What? So her handlers are saying, what are you doing? Which is causing Democratic activists to say, my God, are we in trouble? Another headline. Strikeout. Kamala Harris fails to show how she would be a change candidate in 3 straight interviews, when in those 3 interviews, she says she wouldn't change a damn thing. What? That's not the message they want to sell you, which is, by the way, a lie. She would do the same stuff or worse. Are you going to buy that crap? You can't put whipped cream on a turd and say it tastes good. Let's continue. Bill Cunningham, the Great American, live with you at the home of the Reds, the Bengals, the Bearcats, and Xavier. News Radio 700 WLW.
News, traffic, and weather. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
Bracing for what's being called the storm of the century. With the 2:30 report, I'm Taryn Johnson. Breaking now, Hurricane Milton continues to gain strength as it approaches the Florida coastline, with landfall expected between 9 and 11 p.m. tonight. Florida officials are issuing their final warnings that the time to leave is right now before it's too late. ABC's Karen Travers has more.
President Biden said Hurricane Milton is looking like, quote, the storm of the century, and he urged Florida residents in the path to listen to state and local officials.
I urge everyone in Hurricane Milton's path to follow all safety instructions as we head to the next 24 hours.
The president said the federal government has made available an unprecedented number of assets to deal with the impact of Hurricane Helene and now Hurricane Milton.
We're going to continue to do so until the job is done.
Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis telling reporters earlier today that people in the evacuation zones should consider going to a shelter if they need somewhere to get to quickly.
We have 149 general population shelters that are open throughout the state. The current total shelter population is just 31,000 individuals. We have room in those shelters for a total population of almost 200,000 individuals.
We will continue to keep you updated on Hurricane Milton as it gets closer to landfall throughout the day today. Now for the latest traffic and weather together.
From the UC Health Traffic Center, mammograms save lives. Call 513-584-PINK to schedule your annual mammogram with UC Health's expert team. That's 513-584-PINK. Traffic on 75 southbound after Ronald Reagan Highway slowed with a vehicle fire off on the right shoulder. We've got delays to Cooper, and it is about a 10-minute delay now through the area. Traffic being directed around an accident area in Coleraine Township, Pippin, north and south at Buell Road. And Hamilton Avenue are another alternate good idea here. Accident on the exit ramp of 75 northbound, the off-ramp to 74. Right lane is blocked here. And we have 275 southbound between State Route 32 and Beachmont, with the 2 right lanes shut down for construction. About a 5-minute delay through the area. I'm Rick Schremp, News Radio 700 WLW.
Now the latest forecast from the Train Heating and Cooling Weather Center on News Radio 700 WLW.
Expect a gorgeous afternoon with plenty of sunshine. High temperatures will top out in the low to mid 70s. Tonight we turn chilly late. We'll bottom out in the upper 40s, so a jacket or sweatshirt probably a good idea for Thursday morning. But by the afternoon, we'll see plenty of sun with high temperatures topping out around 70 degrees. From your severe weather station, I'm 9 First Warning meteorologist Erica Kalora, News Radio 700 WLW.
Right now, our radar shows clear conditions. We are seeing sunny skies across the tri-state with a temperature of 72 degrees. A motorcycle crash here in the tri-state has turned fatal. One person has passed away after a motorcycle crash in Ross Township this morning. It took place in the 2000 block of Ross Hanover Road just after 11 a.m. Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones says a single vehicle crash was reported in the area, and upon arrival, crews found a 22-year-old motorcyclist who had been traveling east when it lost control, went off the road, and struck a fence. The victim pronounced dead on the seen. No word yet on an identity of the person at this point in time. Right now on Wall Street, we are seeing a solid day across the board. The Dow Jones has added 345 points, while the NASDAQ is up 88, and the S&P has added 30 points. News time is 2:34. Our next update, 3 o'clock. I'm Taryn Johnson, News Radio 700 WLW.
Cancer, a force of nature meets a fork in the road. But at the University of Cincinnati Cancer Center, we are finding new paths beyond possible. With unmatched expertise and early access to clinical trials and groundbreaking treatments, we're leading the way every step of the way. From wellness services to revolutionary proton treatment, we're not just defying odds, we're saving lives. That is boundless care. Discover more at cancer.uchealth.com.
Fall is here, and in Cincinnati, that means the weather will change on a dime. Whether it's 80s today or 50 tomorrow, you know your home will be ready for comfort with an energy-efficient TempStar system from Baker Heating and Cooling. You'll enjoy the TempStar difference, including the no-hassle replacement 10-year product warranty. In Cincinnati, call Baker Heating at 513-831-5124. Baker Heating and TempStar. Quality you can feel. TempStar.
Tri-State Chevrolet buyers. Mike Castrucci Chevrolet is your source for all things electric. Right now, lease a brand new 2024 Chevy Equinox EV for only $149 per month. 27 months, payment plus tax, 10,000 miles a year, 25 cents a mile over, $39.95 cash to its signing. Check us out online at MikeCastrucciChevrolet.com or visit us today at Mike Castrucci Chevrolet in Milford. Tri-State Chevrolet buyers. Leasing is back at Mike Castrucci Chevrolet in Milford. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Chevrolet Trailblazer. Just $179 per month. Just 36 months. Payment plus tax, 10,000 miles a year, 25 cents a mile over, $39.95 cash or trade-in due at signing. Check us out online at MikeCastrucciChevrolet.com or visit us today at Mike Castrucci Chevrolet in Milford.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Make a statement with custom quartz countertops. StoneStatements.com.
I'm so proud of what is happening in terms of our space program and the leadership that the United States is providing to the world. The Artemis program is the beginning of the next era of what we have a history and a tradition of doing, of providing vision and inspiring innovation in a way that is going to benefit all mankind and womankind.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting. Oh, you bonehead. Oh, right, guy.
Rocky, I dare her talking about two genders. That's disgusting.
What about the non-binary people?
There's 112 genders. Who does she think she is? There's 112 genders.
Is Fort Myers going to be okay? I heard an interview with the mayor.
What about Muggsy?
Oh, bro. What about Muggsy and Tony?
I talked to Muggsy today.
He's going down with the ship, though, right?
Muggsy, I said
get
to
him
Muggs,
on tomorrow.
I'm going to get him on. They said, Muggs, what are you going to do? He said, I'll tell you what. They came around with loudspeakers. Mandatory evacuation. Leave your home now. He gave the cop a one-finger salute inside his house. I said, I think the cop took that as a no. He said, the cop said, make sure you have a hatchet. Muggsy yells back, why? To poke a hole in the roof when you get on top of the roof when it comes up. He said, and then he dropped another F-bomb. That's Muggsy.
Did the cop also hand him a black magic marker so he can write his social security number on his arm?
And then,
hey, I respect it.
Then you got Tony from New Jersey. He spent 32 years as a cop in Jersey City. He said, you know what, man?
If you would happen to live through it, it'd be one hell of an experience. Say, I rode out a hurricane.
Wouldn't you stay there without the wife and the kids?
If you knew you weren't going to...
Well, you don't know that.
Well, that's the point. Exactly.
And the other point are the snakes and the alligators. This is a little factor. But after the main storm goes and it's still 12 feet deep and you're gurgling, you might look to your right and see a gator. To the left might be a boa constrictor. And they're looking at you as lunch. And Segman, you look like a meatball to one of those guys.
Pick your poison then.
But Mugg said, I'm staying. Come get me. You can have my dead, cold body, but I'm not leaving my home. I worked for my whole life. And then we got Vinny. Vinny, my buddy in Sarasota, has a house closing at 4 o'clock on Friday to sell his house for
He's got a house closing.
$1.6 million.
Yeah.
I said,
yeah.
Do you have a house?
That's going to be located in Sebring, Florida by then.
Well, you have a house on 4 o'clock.
What about your place? Give us an update on that. You're a little south,
What's an update
right?
on the Southern Command?
Well, I have the guards. I mean, we've never been flooded before. We're 4 miles from the ocean, but the Gordon River is right there. And the issue is this afternoon.
12 plus feet.
Here comes the surge.
12 feet. Well, the pro sent out a message that cart path only this afternoon. I said, cart path only.
Okay, there you go.
I said, these guys are tough. You got to play the back nine
Muggsy
twice.
should just go out there on the golf course, just ride it out on the golf course.
He said, I don't care. Come get me. Come get me, God.
You're going to arrest me?
Yeah.
Won't be here.
I asked Bill Verdunk, the real estate agent, said, look, all my guys are staying here. They sent away the wife and the kids, and they're staying because I'm not going to leave my home. Because I'm not going to leave my home. I said, well, what if you're under 12 feet? He said, I got a second floor. What if you got 18? He said, I'll go into the roof. Hang on in the chimney. I'm not. That's the kind of guy that I like to. I want him in a foxhole.
Those are the kind of guys that built this country.
I want a foxhole.
Amen.
Right there.
I don't want to see Segman. I want to see you in the foxhole. Not you, Seg. You'd be
Snickers
a meatball.
in the face of catastrophe.
Yeah. Just snicker and just raise your one finger salute to the storm and say, come get some of this.
Oh, okay,
Get
tough
some
guy.
of this.
Okay, tough
Come on,
guy.
Uncle Milton.
Notice you're up here and you're not down there.
You would be in a shelter in 10 seconds.
Correct.
Mr. Tough Guy. I'd be saying, bring it on, Milty, bring it on. You'd be in a shelter within 10 seconds. Because you know why? Penny Cunningham.
I'd send her
we're
away.
Getting the you-know-what out of here.
I'm
and
defending my
she
property.
She would grab you by the ear and pull you out and into the car.
She says, you're stupid. I said, I know I'm stupid, but I'm staying.
He's actually scheduled to be down there right now, but he's up here.
Well, I'm scheduled to be there in about 10 days.
Well, see.
But I'm going to wait to go until after
May not
the
be
election.
there.
Maybe I'll have beachfront property. I was 3 miles away. Could be more valuable now. But
knowing your luck, that's what would happen. Big luxurious beach right in front of your place.
Well, wait a minute. You could be down there doing a show with Muggsy, Tony, and Vinny.
Those are my guys.
What a group.
Now, if Muggsy rides this thing out, okay, promise me you'll have him on air on Monday.
I will. I'm going to have him on tomorrow.
I want his experiences.
I want tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow.
No, let him go
Friday.
tomorrow.
He said he's going to come.
I want to know about the hatchet. I want to know about the house. Everything.
See if he lives. If he lives, he lives. He said, if not, I die.
Did he stock up on food or anything? Or he just...
Yeah, he's got water. He's got this inflatable stuff. This the new thing. It looks like a floaty that you put it down, and when it gets wet, it pumps up to about 12 inches. And he also has foam.
Did you tell him that the surge is 12 feet, not 12 inches?
I didn't tell him that.
Oh.
Well, just a thought. Just a thought. Maybe he might be a little bit... But Muggsy's a tough dude. You know,
you think?
Yeah, most of us have hot dogs. He takes 10 penny nails and chews on them.
Gnaws on them.
And then he smokes cigars.
You watch. He'll probably just fashion a raft out of, driftwood or something and sail all the way to the Atlantic.
If you had a house closing
the
at 4
Atlantic
o'clock...
will be in his backyard.
If you had a house closing at 4 o'clock on Friday in Sarasota, I said, Vinny, I don't know about that. He said, well, what are you going to do? He said, I have no idea.
He'll close on empty ground.
He's selling or buying?
He is selling for $1.7 million.
I imagine the other party is not going to show up.
Hold up in that car. I want to see what I got here. $1.7 million cash deal, 4 o'clock Friday. I said,
don't think so.
Well, what do you do?
Week too late, month too late.
How are the kids doing? Because I understand one's on the disabled list.
Everybody's
Which one?
good. Bryce, the Pebble, the littlest rock, he's still in the cast, still got the broken arm. My middle son did good in his karate competition. He got second.
He's the one that broke the brother's arm, Bryce?
Correct.
He broke his arm.
Yes.
Okay. Snapped it like a pretzel.
Oldest Rock's doing okay. Still got football
he's
going
the
on.
Policeman.
So we've tried to tamp down on the amount of rough play in the house. Now, I think there's a fine
in the
line.
name of God are we doing to the children?
I'd like to know that, Rock.
You need it's a fine line because you want your boys. If you are raising boys, young men, you want them roughhousing. You want them wrestling. You got to get down on the floor and wrestle with them.
Yeah.
But somewhere between that and broken bones.
Broken arms.
Because then my wife, she gets very upset.
You know what you ought to do?
Not happy.
Bring them down here one afternoon.
Why don't you bring them in here?
It's been a while since I've been in the studio.
Let's get them in. I like to talk to those boys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get them in.
Get them in here. You got the guts.
Yeah, let them run around here. There's nobody here.
Nobody's here anyway.
You got plenty of room.
They'll be jumping off the empty tables out there.
You got chairs out there across their heads.
Someone should get a video of what's happening here every day, and you're thinking it's impossible to produce any programming with nobody here. I mean, 3 people.
How do we get on air every day?
Yeah. I don't know. Seg, give me some sports, will you?
Willie, the Stooge Report is a proud service of your local Tempstar Heating and Air Conditioning dealers. Tempstar. Quality you can feel in Cincinnati. Call Schmid Heating and Cooling. 513-531-6900.
Sports. And Zrock, if you see the new track, it's wobbling a bit left toward Tampa, leaving the friendly confines of Bears Paul and Naples alone.
You are rooting for that thing to continue to go north.
Sarasota, go get him. Go get him. Tampa, go get him. Go get him. And right now, it looks like it's going a little bit left, Segman, which I like, because Muggsy wants to play golf off the path tomorrow. I said, good luck. And you ought to see his golf cart. He's got the American flag on one side. He's got a
Skyway Bridge.
He's got like a machine gun on the front.
Nobody on it.
Muggs. He's a tough dude, though. He's tough.
Trump flag?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we have matches with the Canadians, and if we win the matches, they got to wear a Trump hat, which they hate. They think Trudeau is the answer to all their problems.
God.
But Muggsy, me, Tony, Soprano, we take care of him.
I want him on air on this very radio station
Friday
Muggs, or Monday.
Muggs, tell me what happened. What do you mean what happened?
Play-by-play. I want to know what
I'm
going
to call
the
him
hatchet, the whole deal.
I told him tonight at 3 a.m., if you want to call me, I'm up till 2 o'clock anyway every morning. Call me at 2 to 3 in the morning. That's when it's happening. So tell me what's happening.
I want to record that because it could get rough.
They may not have cell service after everything gets torn up.
I'm thinking about beachfront property. That's what I'm thinking about.
Well, the Bengals update brought to you by Good Spirits Wine and Tobacco in Party Town with 13 locations in northern Kentucky. Bengals are on the practice field right now.
I got a picture of Muggs if you want to see him.
Mike Hilton, Sheldon Rankins, and Amarius Mims are back on the practice field today. They have cleared corner DJ Ivy. Remember him, Rock?
I called him this morning.
He's okay to practice?
Here's Paul Muggs. I called him at 9:31 this morning, and look at the picture. There's Muggs.
That's his emoji.
That's Muggs. He said, this is no problem for me at all. You should have been in Nam. I said, well, I wasn't in Nam, but I'd like to.
You wusses go hang out over there. I'll be right here.
He's like he used to chew bamboo splits. That's what he chewed them.
Nails.
Segmen smokes cigars. Come get me, cop. Come get me. Go ahead, Seg.
Bearcats are on the road in Orlando on Saturday against UCF.
Really?
Still, they're let's
Really?
see, Bearcats, Big 12, and UCF officials are monitoring the situation.
Look at Vinny.
ESPN has 4 games in Florida scheduled this weekend.
Look at Vinny. What does that say? The top text he just sent me.
1.87 down the tubes.
Vinny, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
my friend.
Sorry, we're not closing. And it was a cash deal. 1.875 mil. I thought it was 1.4.
So he was going to sell. He had 1.87 coming his way. He was going to put us to good use somewhere else.
In his pocket. Well, he bought another house for cash. Made about $1 million on this one. He's got another one, which he's going to close on after he gets the 1.87.
Not now.
Oops.
Who could have seen this coming? And there's another hurricane developing.
Correct.
How's that possible?
I think there's 2 of them in between here and Africa.
In a month?
Unbelievable, Andy Mack.
Muggs, Vinny, Tony. Go ahead. These are my boys. 1.875 mil.
Muggs.
Down the tubes.
What Hannity? What's Hannity doing?
Oh.
You talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him. He said,
He's in the Apple.
He's real way
He's in
south,
New York,
though.
isn't he? Or down in
he's not in New York. No, he's down in eastern Florida, north of where Rush was, and he's okay. Because, he's Hannity. He's kind of snickering and laughing.
Like Muggs.
Come get some of this. Hi, Milty, come get some of this.
So do you have any hope? Before
I have no hope.
Came in here, you said you were all upset about all kinds of things.
Let me tell you one thing I have hope for.
Okay.
This is from Politico at 2 o'clock today. Democrats, 26 days from election, begin to panic over Harris's electability. They had this big strategy, a new way forward, new path. Every interview she's given the last 3 was, I wouldn't change anything in the last 4 years. So the advisors are telling her.
She's writing the commercials for the Trump campaign.
So Kamala, what are you doing?
Yeah.
70% of us say we're on the wrong path. 70% of Americans say we got to get a new way. So they're saying,
do nothing different.
Let's fashion this thing, a new path forward, right? Now she's saying, by mistake, I'm happy the way things are.
Why wouldn't she come out and say, hey, listen, I was the vice president, but there were many times in closed-door meetings I said we should do this, and he disagreed and we went this way. Why wouldn't she say that?
You're stupid. She's told to do that. The advisors tell her, look, it's a new path forward.
But she's someone, she can't think off the cuff, but if you program her, she can regurgitate and stay on topic.
If it
she can stay on message.
It hasn't happened by now. She can't. Her mind doesn't work in a way that says, I have to remember what somebody told me to do. Otherwise, I have to talk about tomorrow and yesterday. What happened yesterday doesn't have to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow shouldn't be what happened yesterday, because yesterday should have happened tomorrow instead of yesterday. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay, that's what she says. And the advisors look at her saying, she comes off set of The View and they said, what are you doing? And then the next interview, she does the same thing. And you vote for that? Segman, you vote for that?
No.
You're going to vote for Jonesy, aren't you?
Amen to that.
He told me to call him when he got off the air. He wants to know about you.
Yeah.
He thought you were.
Thinks you're wavering.
You're wavering.
Sheriff Jones thinks you're wavering on
wants to come
support
visit
for him.
Sheriff Richard K. Jones all the way with Ted McKay.
I said you're voting for his opponent.
He doesn't have one.
You don't even know that.
I do know that.
What's on the big show today?
Let's see. Right out of the gate, we're talking to Craig Kopp, one of Eddie's former buddies on WBN. He is live from Tampa.
Yes.
As the storm is immediate. And at 4 o'clock, you know the site, the Babylon Bee?
Yeah.
We got the guy who's the owner and CEO of that, Seth Dillon's going to come on.
Great.
Yeah, and talk about the site and this and that.
He's
very popular place.
Yeah.
It's a satire site, kind of like The Onion.
Democrats say, we're getting concerned about you, Kamala, because you won't follow directions.
Whitaker blew the top off the whole deal over this.
Tell me again. What about letting
he pressed her, and he could have gone even more when she says she has plans. Okay, name one. Give me just one
plan. Well, I was born in the middle class, and my running mate rode his bike in Nebraska. Well, tell me your plan in order to change the migration. Well, what happened yesterday doesn't have to be what happened tomorrow, because what happened tomorrow might be better than what happened yesterday. Well, can you give me a plan? Then she talked about, once again, being in the middle class. It's like, there's nothing there.
It's all sound bites.
Thank God she's a Democrat. Otherwise, the media would be attacked. Can you imagine if Trump was in office and all this crap's going on, and she's on the sex podcast talking about three ways?
By the way, what voters? She needs independents and more kind of in the middle voters.
Right.
What in the middle voters are listening to the what's it? Call Her Daddy podcast? Who's listening?
Who's your daddy?
Or The View? Who's watching The View?
I don't think a whole bunch of independent voters. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, she relies upon the ignorance.
But
of
she
her
can't
voters.
go on. She can't get on with
a real
anybody on Fox News or someone,
because she can't handle
the truth.
How about this morning with Howard Stern? She talked about Formula One racing. He asked her about the kind of breakfast cereal she likes to eat, and what do you do in your leisure time?
Not like, hey, what's your plan? What would you do with Hurricane Milton coming in? What's the plan? Have you talked to DeSantis? Have you talked to all that? No.
Let's go back to the sex cast. Sex, and more sex. Rocky, thank you.
Thank you.
Segment, I'm all upset now. I'm chaotic in my life. I'm got total chaos.
Oh, just call Muggsy, Vinny, and Tony, and you'll be okay.
Vinny, there goes $1.875 million right down the. I said, keep Hope alive. He might show up at the closing.
Maybe wherever Tony is, he'll see that house go floating by.
I want that one right there.
In a few hours.
Segment, get me out of the Stooge Report.
Willie, in honor of, we're thinking of those in southern Florida today.
Alligators and the snakes.
We leave you with the immortal words of the Stooge Report.
In every pot, some venison. So vote for Bill Sig Dennison.
Seg, you blew that. You had the slogan, the whole deal. That was what, about 6-7 years ago?
That was the drunk guy in the McDonald's drive-thru. I think Kamala Harris was making the French fries.
You had that election just
you
wrapped
had it
up.
done, and you wouldn't.
It's on Route 4 where you passed out.
You wouldn't step up, would you? You wouldn't step up. This guy's got the slogan.
It's okay.
Venison and Dennison rhymes together. Have you ever eaten Dennison or venison?
What?
Never mind. Let's continue. On News Radio 700 WLW.
Shh, Alan and Cal are fast asleep. Just look at them spoon. Ever since they began getting the latest news, weather, traffic, sports, and my McConnell charm each morning, they've been sleeping like rocks.
Are you Mike McConnell?
Yes, I am.
Well, get under the covers, sweetie. There's plenty of room.
I'm going to have to take a rain check on that.
Whatever. Your loss.
Join me, Mike McConnell, tomorrow morning at 5 on 700 WLW.
The Dress for Success 25th Anniversary Fashion Show is a celebration of empowerment and transformation. The special event this year marks a quarter of a century of helping women through Western and Southern. The doors open at 7 p.m. on Friday, November the 1st at the Museum Center. The show will feature Ohio-based designer Gerardo Encinas and include models inclusive of local clients and community partners. Attendees will enjoy a silent auction, a raffle, a complimentary bar, and dinner by the bite. Tickets for the Dress for Success fashion show currently on sale at dfscincy.org. Western and Southern, brought to you by John Barrett, is committed to doing good for others and is proud to sponsor the Dress for Success, Cincinnati's 25th anniversary event. The company supports the Dress for Success mission of empowering women to succeed in their careers and also all of their personal lives.
Men over 45, do you have a frequent, urgent need to urinate or a weak flow? Do you suffer from an enlarged prostate or BPH? Know your options. If BPH medications are bothering you or you're worried about invasive surgery, ask about the UroLift system. The UroLift system is an outpatient, minimally invasive procedure. It reopens the channel with no cutting and provides rapid symptom relief with no new, sustained erectile or ejaculatory dysfunction, as shown in a clinical study. Go to urolift.com and click on Find a Physician for a doctor near you. Urolift.com. UROLIFT.com. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort when urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pain, and some blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. If you suffer from symptoms of an enlarged prostate or BPH, the UroLift system is a proven alternative to BPH medication or invasive surgery. Visit urolift.com and click on Find a Physician to speak to a doctor to see if you're a candidate for the UroLift system.
Hey there, it's Eddie. It's time to get your furnace ready for winter with Wrecker & Berger's $99 fall furnace tune-up. Your furnace needs to be cleaned and checked every year to keep your system running smoothly all season long. A tune-up can even help lower your energy bills. Don't wait. Call Wrecker & Berger now to schedule your $99 annual furnace tune-up. Beat the chill and save some cash today.
The comfort zone. When diagnosed with cancer, you want every tool and resource to fight back. The Christ Hospital Health Network offers top cancer care and second opinions all in one visit. The Christ Hospital, everything it takes to overcome cancer.
The storm is upon us! Man the sump pump! Check the downspouts!
Babe, we're fine. We called Apollo Home, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for rainstorms with Apollo Home, offering huge deals on sump pumps, downspouts, and generators. Visit ApolloHome.com.
Get ready for Genesis Diamond's largest ever sale on luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. Hey, this is David Cooper, Vice President at Genesis Diamonds. If you've ever dreamed of wearing a Rolex, you can't miss this special two-day event, October 18th and 19th. During this event, you can take advantage of special pricing and 0% interest financing on a stunning selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex timepieces. We've got dozens and dozens of Pepsi, Batman, Sprites, Submariners, Daytonas, models you can't find anywhere else. All of our luxury pre-owned Rolexes are in pristine like new condition, some just out of the box. And listen, with the purchase of any luxury pre-owned Rolex at this event, Genesis will give you a pair of 2-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings free. That's a $3,000 value. Also, our pre-owned Rolex buyers will be on site offering top dollar for your Rolex. Come see the largest selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches in the state and take advantage of special financing October 18th and 19th only, and only at Genesis Diamonds on Montgomery Road.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 original stations for you to explore right now, like Coffee Shop Radio.
Bad habits lead to you. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Just search Coffee Shop Radio and listen now on your free iHeart app. Free never sounded so good.
Zero-S Carpet Cleaning, it doesn't just clean spots. They remove dirt from living spaces where you and your loved ones spend time. Don't miss the Zero-S Fall Sale. 3 rooms of carpet clean, only $129. When you mention me, Bill Cunningham, easily schedule online, ZeroCincy.com.
Game day is Lear's Prime Market Day. Going to the game or a party at your home? Lear's Prime Market in Milford is your game day tailgate headquarters. Fresh-made sausages, gourmet burgers, chicken wings, dips, beer, wine, and a state liquor store. They have it all at Lear'sPrimeMarket.com.
Live from the 700 WLW studios. Driven by Mike Castrucci Ford in Milford and Alexandria. Check out the Tri-State's largest inventory of brand new Ford Broncos, Super Duty, and Ford Mustang at MikeCastrucciFord.com. That's Mike Castrucci Ford.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
You're listening to 700 WLW. Also available on 94.5 FM W233BG Cincinnati.
News, traffic, and weather. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
Latest on Hurricane Milton. This is the 3 o'clock report. I'm Matt Reese. Breaking now, Florida bracing for the Category 4 hurricane. Arrival tonight or early tomorrow morning. Millions evacuating from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Currently less than 200 miles southwest of Tampa, with maximum sustained winds of 145 miles an hour.
This is a special report from ABC News. Hurricane Milton. I'm Michelle Franzen. Florida residents and tourists who did not evacuate now being told to begin sheltering as Hurricane Milton barrels towards Florida's Gulf Coast. Landfall now less than 12 hours away, but the outer bands of the massive storm already moving in. ABC's Ginger Z is in Fort Myers tracking Milton.
It is still a Cat 4, but now the winds are down to 130 miles per hour. That's kind of on the lower end, which is something to say. It is still cruising at north-northeast at 16 miles per hour, but they added that little northerly component, so we'll be watching those little wobbles throughout the afternoon before it makes landfall.
Governor
tonight.
Ron DeSantis says along with storm surge and flooding, the winds will also knock out power across the state.
If you are in the path of this storm, you are most likely going to lose power. So just prepare for that.
President Biden says he's directed all federal resources to the region, from food, water, and extra ambulances. This is ABC News.
Mayor of Fort Myers Beach, Dan Allers, talking with Bill Cunningham this afternoon. Allers says a couple of years ago, Hurricane Ian brought 15-foot storm surge. He's hoping it's a lot less than that with Hurricane Milton.
Well, we're just starting to see the first effects of the storm. We've got some pretty good wind and some pretty good rain, but it hasn't gotten to us yet. But we're going to be expecting some serious surge. Nothing as high as Ian, hopefully, but somewhere in the 8 to 12 range is what they're predicting now.
Mayor Allers says it's like a ghost town at Fort Myers Beach as people have cleared out. Check the roads for you now. We have the latest traffic and weather together.
From the UC Health Traffic Center, Mammogram save lives. Call 513-584-PINK to schedule your annual mammogram with UC Health's expert team. That's 513-584-PINK. And on 275, we're slowing southbound between State Route 32 and Beachmont with the ongoing road work. Right lanes are shut down. A couple of minute delay through the area. 71 northbound approaching Columbia Parkway. We have the accident here with police on the scene. Right lane blocked 75 southbound after Cooper, and slowdowns back to Shepherd Lane. And again, we do have that ongoing work on US 50 with the ramp to 471 affected as we have the ongoing construction. 471 northbound on the Daniel Carter Baird Bridge, and then southbound the work on the Daniel Carter Baird Bridge is in the right lane for the next couple of weeks. I'm Rick Schrempf, News Radio 700 WLW.
Now the latest forecast from the Advanced Dentistry Weather Center. Advanced Dentistry. the judgment-free dental experience you've been looking for. NoFearDentist.com.
Expect a gorgeous fall day today. We'll see temperatures top out in the low to mid 70s under plenty of sun. Tonight, we'll see temperatures fall through the 60s and the 50s, bottoming out in the upper 40s by Thursday morning. We'll start off chilly, but we warm up with temperatures topping out around 70 degrees under sunny skies. From your severe weather station, I'm 9 First Warning meteorologist Erica Calora, News Radio 700 WLW.
73 degrees and sunshine in Cincinnati right now. No word yet on what caused an 83-year-old former Indiana state representative to crash her car into the Carriage Square restaurant in Greensburg last night, injuring several people. Cleo Duncan represented towns like Milan and Napoleon when she was in the Indiana legislature. A motorcycle wreck in Ross Township, Butler County on Ross Hanover Road around 11 this morning killed the 22-year-old rider. No name yet on the victim who lost control, hit a fence. Organizers of the big Blink Art and Light Festival next week in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, announcing today how music will be a more integrated part of the event, October 17th through the 20th. More than 40 groups of musicians are going to be playing on 6 stages.
700 WLW. Sports.
Here's a Bengals update brought to you by Good Spirits Wine and Tobacco in Party Town. The Bengals are back at work today. They're getting ready for Sunday night's contest on the road up against the New York Giants. The action here on 700 WLW. The Bengals have cleared cornerback DJ Ivey back to practice. He tore his ACL in Week 10 versus Minnesota last December. Head coach Zach Taylor.
Start practicing him, just see where he's at. You know, it's been last December, I think, is when it happened. So he's looked really good on the rehab field.
Mike Hilton and Sheldon Rankins are both back on the practice field today. Bill Dennison, 700 WLW Sports.
And on Wall Street, the Dow, an hour from the close, is up 348 points. S&P 500 up 30. NASDAQ up 133. 305. Next news at 3:30. Matt Reese, News Radio 700 WLW.
This report is sponsored by Ohio Association of Realtors.
Finding that perfect home can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. With expertise, market knowledge, and dedication, an Ohio Realtor is your trusted partner in the home buying journey. Contact us today to make home happen.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformation. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 536